So as you know, the modified pen grasp is a three-finger grasp with a particular target location for the thumb, index finger, and middle finger. The explorer is pretty much held in place by the thumb and index finger, which are located opposite from each other. The inner corner of the middle finger is placed on the top portion of the shank to guide the instrumental movement, preventing sliding and enhancing lateral pressure. The ring finger is used to establish finger rest and fulcrum. The way I determine the correct end of the 11/12 Explorer when exploring the facial aspect towards, I would go ahead and hold the tip by the tooth and make sure that the correct end is pointing inwards. The incorrect end, as you can see, will be pointing outwards. Do the same thing for the labial aspect. So as you can see, incorrect end is pointing outwards. Alright, correct end is going to be pointing inwards. Now when we are exploring surfaces away, it'll be pretty much the same concept when you're exploring the facial aspect. So the correct end should be pointing inwards towards the tooth. Incorrect end will be pointing outwards. When you're doing the labial side, same exact concept. Incorrect end is going to be pointing away. Correct end is going to be pointing inwards. So to establish fulcrum will be the same concept we use always. We always want to be 2 to 3 teeth away with your ring finger. So just like that, as you can see, I'm able to pivot, turn, roll. Now I will go ahead and explore the facial aspect of 24 and 25 towards. As you can see, I've already went ahead and established my fulcrum finger. My elbow would start away from me, and I would point my tip right at the midline of number 24. Here, I'll use a side-to-side pivot motion. Pivot, side-to-side pivot, side-to-side pivot. As I reach the interproximal angles, I will go ahead and just use a side-to-side motion. Now I'll go ahead and explore number 25. I've moved my fulcrum a little bit closer, place my tip right at the midline, and go ahead and start the side-to-side pivot motion. Side-to-side pivot, side-to-side pivot. Now I will go ahead and work on the labial aspect of 24 and 25. I will go ahead and maintain the modified pen grasp, select the correct end, and also place my fulcrum finger. Same thing, place my tip right at the midline and start a side-to-side pivot motion. I'm going to go ahead and do number 25. Keep in mind my elbow does start inwards while slowly going away. Place my tip right at the midline and practice the side-to-side pivot motion. Side-to-side pivot. As I reach the interproximal angles, it would just be side-to-side. So now I'll go ahead and explore the facial aspects of 24 and 25 for the surfaces away. This will be at a 12 p.m. position. So I'll go ahead and establish my fulcrum finger. I already selected the correct working end. I'm going to place my tip right at the midline of 25, right over here. Keep in mind that my elbow will start inward, slowly going out. So now we're going to go ahead and practice the motion. Side to side pivot. Now let's go and do number 24. Move my fulcrum a little bit closer. Start right at the midline. Same thing. Alright, so now let's go ahead and do the labial aspects of 24 and 25. Okay, I already selected the correct working end. Establish fulcrum finger. And we're going to start right at the midline of 25. angle. So same exact motion. It's going to be a side to side pivot. I was going to do 24 right at the midline. Keep in mind my elbow did start outward, slowly coming in.